Welcome to our deep dive on natural language processing, or NLP for short. It's basically, all about how we're teaching computers to understand and use language, just like we do.
It really is fascinating. We're not just talking about like simple commands here.
Yeah.
NLP, it allows machines to like pick up on the nuances of human language, humor, sarcasm, even, the emotions behind the words.
Yeah, I mean, imagine like,
Imagine a world where AI can like help us decode the complexities of ancient languages,
yeah,
unlocking lost knowledge and histories. That's the kind of potential we're dealing with.
that's a powerful thought. So how does this all actually work? Does the computer just like magically understand everything?
Well, not quite magic, but it is pretty incredible. Think of NLP as a series of steps. First, the computer breaks down text into smaller parts, kind of like taking apart a complex machine, right, to see all the individual components. This is called tokenization.
Got it. So it's like seeing the building blocks of language.
Exactly. Then it labels each word based on its grammatical role, noun, verb, adjective, and so on. This is part of speech tagging. And it helps the AI understand the basic structure of the sentence.
So the computer's like becoming a grammar whiz.
You could say that. And it gets even more impressive through something called named entity recognition, or NER. The AI can identify specific things like people, places, organizations, dates. For example, if you mention Marie Curie pioneered research in radioactivity, the computer instantly knows that Marie Curie is a person and radioactivity is a field of study.
So it's not just about words, it's about like understanding the relationships between them.
Precisely. It's like giving the computer a set of eyes,
Yeah.
to see the key players and concepts in a sentence.
And it doesn't stop there. NLP can even analyze
No, it doesn't stop there.
the sentiment of a text,
Right.
figuring out if it's positive, negative, or neutral. Think about like the implications for understanding customer feedback or even like gauging public opinion.
Huge implications, yeah.
That's a game changer for so many fields. But I'm curious, how does a machine go from simply processing language to actually like reasoning about it?
Well, the key here is the evolution from rule-based systems to deep learning and neural networks. Instead of relying on like pre-programmed rules, AI now learns from massive amounts of data, identifying patterns and relationships within the language itself. Think of it like training an athlete. Repetition and feedback are key to mastering complex skills.
So it's like learning by doing, essentially.
Yes, and this has led to the creation of large language models, or LLMs, like GPT-4 and Claude. These models are like super brains that have absorbed an incredible amount of information and can use it to generate human-like responses, understand complex contexts, and even like predict what you might say next.
Okay, now that is impressive. So it's not just about understanding words anymore. It's about understanding meaning, intent, even like the subtleties of human communication.
You've hit the nail on the head. And this shift from words to meaning is where things get really exciting. There's this concept called chain of thought reasoning, where AI can actually explain its thinking process, like step by step. For instance, if you ask if A is greater than B and B is greater than C, then which is the greatest? Well, an advanced AI can now break down the logic step by step, just like a human would.
So we're getting a glimpse into the AI's thought process. It's like having a conversation with a machine that truly understands you.
That's the direction we're heading in. And as we develop these incredibly powerful AI systems, we also need to consider how to ensure they're used responsibly and ethically.
That's a crucial point. How do we make sure AI is a force for good in the world?
Well, one important technique is called reinforcement learning with human feedback, or RLHF. It involves training AI to align with our values and preferences. Think of it like this. You have an AI that generates different responses to a question. Through RLHF, humans provide feedback on which responses are the best, the most logical, the most helpful. The AI then learns from this feedback and gets better and better at providing responses that we find valuable.
It's like we're shaping the AI's behavior by teaching it what we consider to be good responses.
Exactly. We're guiding its development to ensure it's beneficial and aligned with human values.
This is also fascinating. I'm eager to dive deeper into the future of NLP and how it will impact our world.
Let's do just that. We're just scratching the surface here, and there's so much more to explore.
So we were just talking about how AI is learning to reason and align with human values, which is incredible, right? But I'm kind of curious, like, what's next for NLP? Where do we go from here?
Well, one area with immense potential is something called multimodal learning. It's about teaching AI to understand and integrate information from Multiple sources, not just text.
Multiple sources, so like images and sounds as well as words.
Exactly. Think about how we experience the world, right? I mean, we don't just rely on text. We use all our senses to gather information. Multimodal learning is about, giving AI that same capability.
I see. So instead of just like reading a recipe, an AI could watch a cooking video and understand the steps involved.
Precisely. It could even, smell the ingredients and taste the final dish.
Right.
Imagine the possibilities in fields like healthcare, where an AI could analyze medical images, listen to a patient's heartbeat, and read their medical history, to provide a more comprehensive diagnosis.
That's amazing. It's like we're giving AI a more complete understanding of the world.
And as AI becomes more sophisticated in its understanding of the world, we can start to personalize its interactions with us. Imagine AI systems that adapt to your individual learning style, communication preferences, and even your emotional state.
So it's like having an AI that's tailored specifically to you.
That's the idea. Think about personalized healthcare recommendations, educational programs, or even AI-powered therapists that can provide support and guidance based on, your unique needs.
That sounds incredibly powerful. But with all this personalization, is there a risk of creating echo chambers where people are only exposed to information that reinforces their existing beliefs?
That's a valid concern, and it's something developers need to be mindful of. Transparency and user control over their data will be crucial in mitigating those risks.
So it's about finding the right balance between personalization and ensuring a diversity of perspectives.
Exactly. And speaking of diversity, another exciting area for NLP is breaking down language barriers. Imagine a world where AI can provide real-time, nuanced translation. That captures not only the literal meaning of words, but also the cultural context and emotional subtleties.
That would truly be revolutionary. It would open up so many opportunities for collaboration, understanding, and empathy across cultures.
Precisely. It could foster global dialogue, facilitate international trade, and even help resolve conflicts. Imagine an AI that can not only translate between languages, but also help people from different cultures, truly understand each other's perspectives.
That's a powerful vision, but it also makes me wonder if AI becomes this good at understanding and using language, what does that mean for the future of human communication? Like, will we still need to learn foreign languages?
That's an interesting question. I think the answer lies in how we choose to use these tools. AI can be a powerful complement to human communication, enhancing our ability to connect, learn, and create. But it's up to us to ensure that we don't become overly reliant on it.
So it's about AI augmenting human communication, not replacing it.
Exactly. It's about finding ways to use this technology to, empower human expression and understanding.
We've talked a lot about the potential benefits of NLP, but what about the potential risks? Are there any downsides we should be aware of?
That's a great point. It seems like every technology, comes with its own set of challenges. So what are some of the potential downsides of NLP?
Well, one concern is the potential for misuse. Like any powerful tool, NLP can be used for both good and bad purposes. For example, it could be used to create incredibly realistic deepfakes or to spread misinformation, more effectively.
Yeah, that's a sobering thought. It sounds like we need to be very, very careful about how we develop and deploy this technology. Absolutely. We need to be proactive in addressing these challenges and ensure that that NLP is used ethically and responsibly.
But it's not just about the technical advancements. It's about like the social and ethical implications as well.
Precisely. It's about taking a holistic view of this technology,
Right.
right? And considering its impact on society as a whole.
This has been a truly fascinating deep dive. I feel like I've learned so much about NLP and its potential to like shape our world.
It's a rapidly evolving field,
Yeah.
and it's only going to become more important in the years to come.
So what's the key takeaway for our listeners? What should they be thinking about as they go about their day?
I think the most important thing is to be aware of the power of NLP
Right.
and to start thinking, critically about how it's being used in our lives. From the news we read to the products we buy, NLP is already having a profound impact on our world.
So we need to be informed and engaged citizens in this new era of intelligent machines.
Exactly. We need to ask questions, demand transparency, and hold developers accountable for creating AI that is, beneficial to humanity.
This has been an incredible journey, and I'm so grateful for your insights. Today, we've gone from the basic mechanics of how computers understand language to the incredible potential of NLP to transform our world.
It's been a pleasure sharing this exploration with you.
Yeah.
And as we continue to unlock the power of language with AI, I'm excited to see what the future holds.
I am too. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of NLP. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep learning.